We're staying in our metal plate 002.dwg file. And what we're going to take a look at now is placing some text in the model tab and the layout tabs, utilizing the text styles that we created in the previous video. Now, before we do anything, make sure you're on the right layer. So home tab on the ribbon, layers panel, layer drop down, and we're going to be using the text layer in the model space. We'll move on to a different layer when we work in the layout tabs in a moment. Now, what I'd like you to do is zoom in on the right-hand end of the section view and the side view. So we're going to be looking here like this. So get in nice and tight so you can snap easily and work easily with the text. Now, we're going to add some labels. So I'm going to go to the annotation flyout here and just check that we're using labels model 15 millimeters. That's the one we want to be using. So that's our text style setup. Now we're going to place some single line text. Now I go up to the annotation panel, click on the flyout, and I want single line text. Click on it, come into the drawing area, and it will prompt you for some sort of endpoint or base point for your text. Now you'll notice mine is saying specify right endpoint of text baseline. So I've obviously used a right justification previously when I've been working in this particular drawing. In order to set the right justification, it's a right click and then justify, and you get this big long list of justifications. The default is normally left, that one there. Now, you can set it to center, right, you can align it, you can middle it, you can fit it. TL, top left, TC, top center, TR, top right, middle left, middle center, etc. You know the drill as you work down. Now, we're going to go for middle left, ML, like so. And then it'll ask for the middle left point of your text. Come over to the section view, find the midpoint, snap, left click. And now it'll ask for the rotation angle of the text. If you just move away from where you've clicked, can you see the rotation angle is being prompted for? Now, we need that to be 0. Remember when we were setting units and direction? 0 is horizontally to the right, to the east. So we need to just press enter to accept that. You'll see a little flashing cursor now next to that section view. If you start typing, you'll see the text appear, section, and then view, like that. And you'll see that that text is the same height as the sectional view. I did that deliberately. That thickness of that metal plate is also 15. Hence, that's why I set the text style to be the same thickness. Now, the cursor is flashing at the end. If I press enter, that'll prompt me now for another line of single line text, with each line of text being an individual object. I don't want any more text, so if I press enter again, you'll see there that it closes out the single line text command. Now, the good thing about text is it has grips. So if I now click on this text, see it highlight and left click on it, you can see the two grips there. Now, there's our middle left grip, and there's our default left grip. Now, we want the middle left grip. Just click on it, make it hot, and just drag horizontally to the right, keeping the polar tracking line kicking in. Now, we're just going to type in there 15, like that, and enter. Direct distance entry just moves it slightly away from the objects that make up the section view. Now, we've still got the section view text selected. That's great. So I can right click and go to my shortcut menu. It's contextual because I've got an object selected. I'm going to select copy selection. Now, the base point will not be on the text. I'm going to use the end point here like this. Click on that end point. Take it down to the end point on the side view, click on that end point, and also I'm going to zoom out, pan up, and while I'm still copying, I'm just going to pop one down here as well. Doesn't matter where it is, just underneath the plan view, click about there, and then enter to finish. Now this section view underneath the plan view we can ignore for the moment. We'll come back to that. Let's zoom in here. We've now got two bits of text that say section view. This one is not a section view. So we double click on the text. That will allow us to edit the text. This is our side view. So if I click in this highlighted text box now, I get a cursor and I can use my keyboard, backspace there, IDE for side view, and then just click outside the text, and you can see there that that updates accordingly. Now, because I've clicked outside the text, it's now prompting me to select another annotation object to edit. So using zoom and pan, we'll come down here. This says section view, click on it, like so. It highlights again. Click inside the highlighted text, we'll change this to plan view. Make sure there's a space in there. Click outside the text. Again, it prompts us for another select an annotation object. Press enter, that will close out that command. So if we zoom out completely for a moment and just pan a bit, you can see section view and side view are neatly labeled. And what we're going to do now is just update the plan view text. Let's zoom in, and I'm going to select that text, click on it so the grips appear, right click, and on the shortcut menu select properties. I'm just going to move the properties palette over here to the right, and you can see that the justify is middle left. Click on the words middle left, click on the flyout arrow. I now want it to be top center. So I click there like so. That will update accordingly. Notice the top center grip on the plan view text. Close the properties palette. Click on this grip here, the top center grip, and we'll pop it up to that midpoint there like that. Hover, don't click. Drag vertically downwards a little, click again, and that's nicely aligned in the middle now using that top center grip. Just hit escape a couple of times to deselect. Double click on the wheel to zoom extents now, and then roll back on the wheel one, and you can see section view, side view, plan view, using our labels text style. Now let's jump into the plan view layout tab, bottom left of your screen. When you jump in there, you can see that we've got a plan view title block saying LinkedIn Learning. There's our plan view with our plan view text. We're going to change the layer that we're using. We're going to go to title text. We're going to go to the annotation here and change the style to Notes Layout 3.5. We're now going to place some multi-line text. So we go to the annotation panel again, click here on the flyout like we did previously, but multi-line text this time. Click and drag like so to form a little rectangle shape. Multi-line text goes into an area rather than just lines of text. So pick a spot about there. And we're just going to type in some text. You can zoom in if you want to. And I'm just going to type in notes. And this behaves very much like a word processor, like Microsoft Word. So I type in notes, colon, press enter. And if I type in one dot space, can you see there, it automatically picks up now that that is numbered text. So I'm going to put all dimensions in millimeters. Make sure you spell it right as well. Notice I've spelt it the English way, full stop there. And then we'll put something like do not dimension from drawing. So we'll type all of that in like that. And you'll notice the spell check has picked up that millimeters is spelt incorrectly. It's not spelt incorrectly. I've spelt it the English way. Obviously, it's an American spell check, so it's expecting ERS at the end. Now, when you're happy with that multi-line text, you can close the text editor. Job done. Zoom out slightly, and you've got some notes there in your layout tab using your notes text style.